So I decided I would stick on this theme of baths for today and keep progressing us forward. And I want you to take a consideration on how frequently are you giving your dog a bath and why. Now, if you have a little fluffy dog that needs to be groomed, gets a haircut and all that kind of stuff, then your grooming needs are going to be a bit more than my little short-haired dachshunds here, or Poppy Blue, whose fur is even shorter and sleeker than the weenie dogs. But my dogs have not had a bath, an actual shampoo bath, in years. Now that might blow some people's mind. They have not had a shampoo bath in years. Now, if we are down at the beach and I bring Poppy back in after she's been playing in the ocean, we come in, we're covered in sand and all that goes with that. She gets hosed off, but that's with just fresh water. There is not a shampoo bath in sight. Certainly if they rolled in something, right? Or if Poppy's been to the shelter, she gets her feet cleaned and that sort of thing. But I want to plant this seed that we might be bathing our dogs a whole lot too often. There's a lot of variables that are contingent on that. But what has happened for me, and I think can happen for most all of you, is when we get the nutrition balanced, when we get things healthy in the body, right? So skin is a function of gut health. That's an important thing to keep in mind. So if we've got dogs who are having some sort of skin issue, or they smell funky often, especially if they start smelling funky pretty quickly after their most recent bath, right? And you just sort of feel like you're never able to keep them where they don't smell with the funk of dog, then you may in fact have a nutritional problem. You may have a dietary issue that needs to be addressed. Otherwise, you are going to keep chasing what shampoo, what conditioner, what spray, what additive can I add to my dog's diet that won't make that happen. And the right answer for your first starting point is, what are you feeding them? So you all know that I have gone to what I call a modified raw diet. It's raw meat. And then I buy a mix that is everything that they need. It actually has oats and vegetables and all sorts of stuff freeze dried in it or dehydrated in it. That comes as a mix, and then I add the fresh meat to it with their meal, with their everyday meals. So that works for me to be super convenient, a whole lot less grocery shopping, a whole lot less calculating and measuring and preparation. But I really want you to take a step back and ask yourself questions about the frequency and the reason you are giving your dogs so many baths, right? I know some people give their dog a bath like every single week, and it may just not be necessary. I know people that are struggling with lots of skin issues for their dog, lots of them. And what we find is when we make the nutritional changes and we get away from these synthetic supplements and these synthetic products and fragrances that we keep putting onto and into the dog's body, skin recovery improves pretty rapidly. Now, for some dogs, we still have to go after some additional supplementation or maybe a little customization in their nutritious or their diet. But anyway, I'm rambling now. This is what happens to me. But I want you to bring it back and say, does my dog really need a bath? And if they do, right? If you're doing it with a lot of frequency and a lot of regularity and because they smell funky or because their skin condition or their coat condition is of poor quality, I want you to recognize that what you may be doing isn't ever going to work, and in fact might make things worse in the long run, and that what you really may need to be doing is feeding them better quality food. So if you want to talk about that as an option, please feel free to let me know.